Global greetings to all my friends. Today we are going to read Chapter 7 The Man Who Drew Faces, which is written by author Enid Blyton, which is Chapter 7 from our English literature book. Let's open up our books. Page number 32. Let's start. Have you ever wondered how lines on a human's face gives it special look? In it is these lines that make a face look attractive, pleasant, tense, disagreeable, or repulsive. But what causes these lines? Read this beautiful story by Enid Blyton to know. He was a very clever man. All the children knew him well because he would often draw pictures for them. He could draw animals and toys and children and engines and ships and aeroplanes in the twinkling of an eye. One day, little Sally Johnson found him all alone, sitting on a stile. He had his sketchbook over his knee and he was drawing the distant hills. Sally peeped over his arm. "Can you draw faces?" she asked. "You know, portraits of real people so that I know who they are." "Oh, yes," said the artist, and his eyes twinkled down at Sally. "I am very good at that because I can draw what's in the faces as well as the faces themselves." "What do you mean?" asked Sally. "Well, now, who shall I draw for you?" asked the artist as he sharpened his pencil. "You tell me, and you'll soon see what I mean." "Draw my granny's face," said Sally. The artist set his pencil to his paper and began to draw a face. It was a lovely face, sweet and young. "That's not my granny," said Sally. "It is when she was 20, said the artist. He put in a line or two, and then some more. He gave the mouth a little twist and drew wrinkles around the eyes. The face became old and rather sad and tired." "Yes, that's my granny," said Sally. "You made her into my granny when you put those little lines. How funny that those lines should make my face into my granny's." "They weren't always in your granny's face," said the artist. "See that one? There, that's a buddy line. It came when one of her sons ran away and didn't write to her for 2 years. And do you see that one? That little frown line? That came when your grandpa and has lost his money and she was cross and upset because she had to give up her nice house and garden and hadn't much money to bring up her children." "Yes, Mummy told me about that time," said Sally. "Did it really put that line into her face? What's that one there at the corner of her mouth?" "It's a nice line. It makes her mouth look sweet." "Ah, your mother put that there," said the man. "She was good and sweet and helpful, and your granny couldn't help smiling when she was about." "Oh, I'm glad," said Sally. She pointed to the wrinkles. "Look at those lines. How did Granny get those?" "They came when one of her daughters was very ill," said the man. "And they got worse when your granny discovered that a great friend of hers was doing something wrong. And they got worse still when she fell in and was always cross with people. It's a good face, isn't it? Though it even though it's a bit tired and sad." "Yes," said Sally. "I didn't know people's faces grew like that because of things that happened to them. Now draw my mother's face. She's lovely." The man drew another face, round and young and unlined. Sally knew it was her mother when she was younger. "You haven't put in the lines," she said. "Mummy hasn't many, but she's got a few. Put them in and tell me what they mean." "Well, here's one," said the artist. "That came when your brother fell off his bicycle and broke his leg very badly. That's a one line. And here's another. That came when your granny was very ill. And this one came where your daddy lost his job. That's a very sad line, isn't it? Yes, but Daddy is working again now, so perhaps that will go, said Sally. I don't like it. It makes my mummy's face look old. What are those little lines round her eyes? Oh, they're love lines, said the artist. Your mother's fond of a joke, isn't she? And she's gay and bright. She put those merry little lines there herself. But here's a bad end look. Now, what was that? Yes, it was when your big sister wouldn't work at school and almost got expelled for her naughtiness. Yes, I remember that, though I was very small then, said Sally. But Janie is better now. She just won a scholarship. That line ought to be there anymore. Janie put it there, and there it will stay, said the artist. It's a good thing Janie doesn't know it. It would make her sad. Sally looked earnestly at the picture. Yes, it was her mother's face. There was no doubt at it. She looked at a dear little curly line by the mouth. What's that? She asked. I like that. What put that nice little smiley line there? You did, Sally, said the artist, and his eyes looked very gentle. You're a nice little girl, and I've heard you're sweet tempered and kind. The only line in your mother's face that you've put there is that curly little one you like, and see, I'll make it a little bigger. And now your mother's face is even sweeter. Yes, it is, said Sally. I'll make it bigger on Mummy's real face. You'll see it don't. You see if I don't. I'd like to give Mummy a nice smiley line like that. I'd really love to put that into Mummy's face. Do you think people know how faces are made? Do you think? Oh, I can't answer so many questions, said the artist, and he got down from the stile. You want to know too much. I've given a lot of secrets away today. Goodbye, Sally. Use my secrets well. I'd like to meet the man and see him draw some faces, wouldn't you? I wonder what lines you've put into your own mother's face. Some very nice ones, I hope. Comprehension. A. Complete the following sentences. You may work with your partner. When Sally met the artist, he was dash. The answer is he was sitting on a stile and was drawing the distant hills. Sally first asked the artist to dash. Draw her granny's face. Sally couldn't recognize her granny's face because it was young. It was sweet and young. The artist dashed and the face became old, sad and tired looking. The artist added some lines and gave the mouth a little twist, and the face became old, sad and tired looking. Sally's mother got a dash line on her face because of Sally. Sally's mother got a merry line on her face because of Sally. Sally's granny got different kinds of lines on her face. Complete the table by filling the details. I hope you have solved till now. Types of lines. Worry line. Because you can write your own answer because there are 3 worry lines on Granny's face. Sad line. Grandpa lost his money and Granny had to give up her house and garden. Nice line. Because of Sally's mother. Wrinkles. You can write all three. Answer the following questions in your notebook. What happened? What happened to the narrator as the fog grew thick? Mention two things. As the fog. Oops, I think I opened the wrong chapter. Yes, this one. Why was the artist popular among children? The artist was popular among children because he would draw pictures of animals, toys, engines, ships, and aeroplanes for them in the twinkling of an eye. What makes a face look sad, tired, and old? When the artist drew few lines on the face and gave them out a little twist and wrinkles around the eyes, it made the face look sad, tired, and old. What did Sally ask the artist to draw after he had drawn her granny's face? Sally asked the artist to draw her mother's face after he drew her granny's face. How did Sally's mother got her worried eyes? Write 3 points. First, Sally's mother got her worried eyes because she was worried about the things happening in her life. That gave her tension. The first worry line she got was when Sally's brother fell off from his bicycle and broke his leg very badly. The second one was when Sally's granny got very ill. The third one was when Sally's father lost his job. Why did Sally's mother had laugh lines around her eyes? Sally's mother had the laugh lines as she was gay, bright, and merry. She was fond of jokes and loved to smile and laugh. Which lines did Sally give her mother? How? Sally gave her mother a curly, smiley line because she was a nice, sweet tempered, and a kind little girl. Sally had given her mother a small curly line. She promised to make it bigger. How would she do that? Sally wishes to give her mother a big curly smiley line by always being kind and sweet. What happened when Sally started asking too many questions? As soon as Sally started asking too many questions, the artist got down and went away, saying he couldn't answer too many questions, and he had already told too many secrets. He also told Sally to use those secrets wisely. You may solve the reference to context. I hope you have solved the RTC. First, well now, who shall I draw for you? Asked the artist as he sharpened his pencil. You tell me, and you'll see what I mean. Who is the speaker in these lines? The artist who drew the faces is the speaker of these lines. Who is the speaker speaking to? The speaker is speaking to little Sally Johnson. Whose portrait was requested to be drawn? The portrait of Sally's grandmother was requested to be drawn. What did the speaker intend to show? The speaker intended to show how faces are drawn, portraying the emotions behind them. Solve the second RTC.
वीडियो लंबी हो जाएगी.
I hope you have solved the second RTC. Second. But here's a bad line. Look now, what was that? Yes, it was when your big sister got expelled for her naughtiness and wouldn't work at school and almost got expelled for her naughtiness. Whose face is mentioned in the given lines? Sally's mother's face is mentioned in the above lines. Who has caused the bad line? Sally's elder sister, Jenny Johnson, is responsible for the bad line on her mother's face. What was the reason that caused the bad line? Janie's naughty and irresponsible behavior caused the bad line. What is the meaning of the word expelled? The word expelled means forced to leave. HOTS, higher order thinking skills. I can draw what's in the faces as well as the faces themselves. What does the artist mean by these words? The artist meant to say that his art is not only limited to the external features of a face, but he can also bring the feelings and emotions hidden behind their face into life. What do different kinds of lines on people's faces suggest? The different kinds of lines on people's faces suggest the joy and sorrows, tensions and worries, happiness, and all other emotions one experiences in their life. So, I hope you have experienced a lot of fun in this video. Till then, let's meet in the next chapter. Till then, bye.